Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and with me, as always, it's my co-host, Kyle, the corking off dude. He's got to do it quick.
Had to do it quick and fast and hard.
My throat's dry. I corked off too much, and my throat's dry.
Yes.
Hey, look, I just want to be honest with you. If you made it through last week, God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
Yeah, last week's episode was a challenge for a lot of us, I would say.
Sounds like one of us.
Well, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. It was a super fun time. Especially if you watch till the end, please let us know what your favorite part was. Or if you listened till the end.
Yes. We kick off every episode with a segment known as Flying Blind, where one of us blinds the other with a sample. Kyle is blinding me with a sample this week.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and check it out.
Check it out. Wizard got my brain. Hocus pocus dominocus.
So on our Patreon bonus episode this week, which was Samply the Best, $5 and up on patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. It's where you can support the show, but also $1 and up. There's other things too. Go check it out. Patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. But on Samply the Best, Kyle gave me a sample of bourbon where I said that on the nose, it kind of just smelled like bourbon.
Yep.
And I got to be honest with you, this also kind of just smells like bourbon.
Yep. Yep. We're off to a good start.
It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
But that's what these were. Those were. That's why I chose those two to begin with, along with one other reason. Which, yeah. But mainly, it was that's the reason. Is just like bourbony bourbons. It's such a thing that like reviewers they talk it down, but honestly, if there's nothing wrong with having a bourbony bourbon, and it's actually exciting to have one every now and then that doesn't taste like
100% agree,
like peach rings and random stuff like that. It actually excites me when I get the deep brown sugar, vanilla, and oak, because then I know there's some level of quality that's taking place here. So
I think too that when you get that core bourbon experience with it, to me, it's like, even if they are trying for something, they're not trying so hard that it's way left of center. Like, every now and then, do I want something that's weird and got oat in the mash bill, or is, I don't know, got a strange corn varietal? Like, sure, I do, but to me, like, there is a common factor these days where it's like, I do just want to go back and have, and this is very evident in, the months leading up to you joining the podcast, where it was like, what have I been drinking recently? Knob Creek. And it's
Knob Creek is a bourbony bourbon. It is the most definitive.
I just got this bottle of Knob Creek. Like, yeah, man. I have one pour out of it. Like it just, you kind of like settle into something, and it's what is the most like familiar to you, right? Even if it is like a craft bourbon for people, that is what it is. But my whole point is that I think that and I think that you've even touched on this before too with me, that like, I do kind of like, not necessarily like the boring bourbon, but just like a bourbon that is like just reminds you of home, I guess.
Yeah, man.
You know, like
Yep.
I just kind of want something that is straight down the middle. And I will attest to it too, that like I don't always want something that's going to make me like have to analyze it. Like I'll analyze stuff on the podcast. I'll come and sit down and do a big review or, you know, do live streams or whatever. But like day by day, it's like, just give me something that tastes good, tastes like bourbon, you know?
Yep.
And
Yep.
off rip, this nose smells like bourbon to me.
That it does.
With a bit of smoke to it, I would say.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I could get that. I think so. There's definitely a large amount of barrel impact that I'm getting on the nose.
Yeah.
There's like this dark, in between like anise and like cinnamon. It sits in between both of those spicy like spices and like licoricey things.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess cardamom would sit in that.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Or maybe a little fennel as well. I don't know.
Everybody knows I love cardamom, so
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Audio listeners, you probably don't know what we're doing, but we're holding our glasses up to our respective webcams like we're cheersing to each other, even though we're across town. So you can't tell, but we are trying to be respectful to each other as if we're sitting across the proverbial table. And so that's why we say cheers.
That's right.
But if you were watching the video version on youtube.com/this is my bourbon podcast, I'm doing too many plugs. You would know what it is we were doing. So
I think this one has just like some like really heavy brown butter and
it does.
like dark chocolate, and that's a nice boy. A nice friend.
Is this the new Riff 8-year?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Nope. I would have told you.
I thought maybe you were trying to throw me for a slight loop, considering the
Where we're heading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not new Riff though.
Mm-mm. I think you're going down the right path. Almost. I think you're in the right proof range, and you're in the right flavor profile, and definitely in the right state. And also I'll say you're in the right age range.
See, part of me wants to say that this is almost a McKenna 10-year.
Yeah, let's go. There we go.
Yeah, it's just bourbony bourbon, man.
Yeah. But the thing that I like about this one specifically is that it has this like oxidized oak, like funky, dusty.
I was
like,
about to say the dusty note. Yeah.
God, and I was hoping you would bring it up, but man, yeah, I love this bottle so much.
What's the fill date?
This was barreled on 1/15/13. So I've had this for a bit.
Yeah.
But we're down to the last few pours. So it'll be killed in the next month or so with friends and family.
Well, I've got one. I think I've said this. I've got one that I'm going to open on my my birthday this year.
Yeah.
So
heck yeah.
I've
got one. Got one that I'm going to open on my eventual wedding day, whenever that happens. It's an 11/11/11.
Ooh, so, I love that.
Yeah. You
know they did that on purpose.
Oh, for sure. They're like, we have to do this.
Like there's no way. I know that there's like there's some level of conspiracy behind that where it's like, come on, but you got to do something for people every now and then.
Oh yeah,
that's generous. That's generous to collectors.
Yeah, I love that. I was so pumped when I saw that. I was like, I have to keep this one.
I love it.
So,
Kyle, tell me what you've been drinking recently.
So I've been drinking a lot of New Riff. I think the New Riff train stayed on board throughout. I continued to pour that malted rye because the 6-year malted rye is just unbelievable. The 8 years great. I love it. And then the next two things we're going to review, I've had a couple Nipskis of. So that's like the primary gist of what I've had lately. So don't really need to bring up anything else, I don't think. What about you?
Well, last week was primarily what I had to drink this week. Because otherwise I needed to relax a little bit. I'm going to be very honest with you. But I did have a couple of fun days this week. The first one was this. Where'd it go? I have the card closer than I have the bottle. The Sealbox Classic.
It's behind you.
This new. You're right. It is back here. This 99 proof, 7-year, 70-21-9 bourbon. It's really good. $40. They use they use the low entry proof style, and the whole like conceit behind it is that it's supposed to be like bourbon the way that you would have gotten it prior to raising the barrel entry proof.
Sure.
And I said as much during my live stream because it does have that feeling of bourbon that is dusty before it's dusty.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like it's missing that super funky note. And there's some funkiness to it because of like the graininess to it, the corniness to it. Mm-hmm. But overall, like it's so good. Like I'm a big fan of it.
You know, it makes me want to get one and just sit on it for 20
years.
Yeah.
I said
and just see what happens.
I said the same thing in my live stream. And my dad said, if you keep it for 30 years, I'm not going to be around to sip it with you. And I got real sad. So bum me out real bad.
Yeah, what the heck, dude?
The other couple of things is I got to see one of my best friends that I've known since I was in middle school. He was one of my groomsmen. He and his wife got married the same year that I did, which was 2016. I'll talk about that in a second. And we all went out to Mere Twin. And Mere Twin has a pickle beer takeover on some of their taps right now. I understand, especially because I got one of the pickle beers, and by the end of it, I felt like I was drinking pickle syrup. Because it was just getting warmer and warmer and warmer. Even though I love the base beer that they made it with, but it was just like it was a lot of pickle flavor. Yeah, it was a lot. But it was fun. I mean, it was a good, like, just, one-off beer. But I did hit this wall where I was like, I wish that I had something else alongside it so that I didn't feel like this was the only thing I had to drink right now.
Yeah.
And it was
gosh.
it was it. We went over to Void Sake, which I'd never been to before. Yep. I can't remember it was a traditional cloudy sake that I had. It was phenomenal. And then afterwards we went over to, this sounds crazy, but it makes sense within context. But we went to Lucy's dad's house with our friends afterwards. And this was on June 10th, which is the night before mine and Lucy's wedding anniversary. And we were talking with Austin and Ashley, our friends, about our wedding day and our rehearsal dinner too, and how after our rehearsal dinner there wound up being a party at my father-in-law's house. That Lucy actually didn't get to go to because she had to go back to the hotel where everybody all of her bridesmaids were getting ready. And she was super pissed that her dad hosted a party.
Yeah, what the heck?
Without her. Yeah. It was a bad thing. But that was the last time that that Austin had gotten to try a cocktail that my father-in-law made years and years and years ago that he dubbed the Lincoln Avenue, based on the street that it was made on, which was a combination of an old-fashioned, a Manhattan, and a mint julep. Okay. And it was made on Derby Day years ago because they were tired of drinking mint juleps.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, let's try something different. And it has mint in it. It has vermouth. It has bitters. And it's served up. And it is one of my favorite cocktails. Like, It is award winning. Like,
okay.
in Central Kentucky.
All right.
I've talked about it on the podcast before. Longtime listeners of the show know what I'm talking about. I've actually had it on the show before too with Brett. I'll try to find or if you can even just search for Lincoln Avenue cocktail recipe and find it. But it's incredible. It's
hell yeah.
It's so good. But he hadn't had it since our rehearsal dinner eve, and Austin hadn't, and he was like, I want to go to Brett's house and see if he'll make me one. And sure enough, he did. And it was just a wonderful, like, recreation of, not recreation exactly, but like 10 years prior.
Yeah.
But then other than that, I actually saw you yesterday on my 10-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And we cracked this Evan Williams single barrel vintage 2016, which is 8 years, 3 months. I was really, really happy with this.
It's very good.
Like, surprisingly so.
It kind of reminded me of this McKenna.
I have to agree.
And I wasn't going to say anything because I handed you the samples for this episode. And then we tried that, and I was like, oh, this tastes like, and then I wasn't going to say, I was like, in my mind, I was about to say, like, oh, this tastes like that McKenna you're about to try.
Well, hold on.
Yeah. Do it.
I'm gonna have a little pour of it because I feel that at least not having had it yet, but the noses are almost identical. Just one is slightly diluted.
Yeah.
And same for the palate.
Yeah.
But the Evan Williams is more floral.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And that might be because of the proof.
Yeah, I think so as well. Fantastic. I also had more of that Kentucky Spirit that I talked about last week.
Yeah.
Because it might be the best, even beyond it being bottled on my anniversary last year. One of my favorite Kentucky Spirits that I've had, maybe
awesome.
ever. So
love that.
Yeah. Folks, if you listened to last week's episode and you said they didn't do enough new Riff, I need more new Riff.
How about we do a double?
Let's do two
Who
more.
wants a double?
Why don't we?
This time it's distillery only stuff. Now you can't say we don't like them. Get over it. We love them. We love you guys more than anything, actually. One of our favorite distilleries from
genuinely we do, and I still feel bad about us being like, I don't want to talk about the duet because
dude, every now and then there's a dud, and
it happens.
It happens to everyone, and that's okay. It's
not like they paid us to even talk about that bottle or anything. It was just like, I can't we have it.
Yeah,
we need to say something.
Yeah.
I would communicate with the people who sent us the bottle, and it is what it is. So Kyle, give us a quick rundown on the both of the whiskeys that we have here tonight.
For sure.
Because I don't have any of the information in front of me. I don't know what is in my glasses, other than the fact that there's 10-year bourbon and rye in them.
Yep. So these are the limited run high note collection from New Riff, and they're both 10-year-old products, but one is a Kentucky straight bourbon and the other is a Kentucky straight rye. They're both bottled at barrel proof without chill filtration. The bourbon is 58.45% ABV or 116.9 proof, and the rye is 59.4% ABV or 118.8 proof. And these are they say they're a blend of their most outstanding barrels selected for this exceptional depth and character. I think it's a very small batch. I think it's very, very small barrels, not small barrels, but small amount of barrels. Let me correct myself. And yeah, so we've got 2 10-year cask strength products from a craft distillery. This is the second release. They did the same thing last year. I don't remember. You guys did review them or no?
No, I did.
Okay.
By the time that Eric had left the show last year, and I don't know why I'm being cagey about it. He had gotten his bottles, and I still wanted to review them, so I asked him for a couple of samples, and I reviewed them on the show. I've since finished those samples, so I don't have anything to compare them to.
Gotcha.
Or I don't have anything to compare what I have now to. But I really, really loved those releases. They were... So if I'm not mistaken, they were not only higher proof, but the same proof, like 120.2.
They might have both been, yeah. I remembered them both being 120. I just don't remember if they were the exact same.
I think they were the exact same. And therein falls that weird designation of barrel proof where you can add a certain amount of water to cast strength whiskey and still be allowed to call it barrel proof, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I would not be surprised if that's what happened with last year's releases. That's something that I've learned since then.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact number for that though. But I do know that there is some kind of like designation that is out there.
Again, It's Bourbon Night did a really great video of these like really weird things that are legal. You're allowed to do within Bourbon and Rye. Go check that out, dude.
Yeah,
it's such super informative. If you're a nerd, go watch it.
So, one more time, 116.9 on the bourbon, right?
Yes, sir. That's where we're at. So
what's the rye?
the rye is 118.8.
Okay. So I feel a little bit better about the actual cast strength designation or barrel proof designation on both of these.
Yeah. And I think a couple of interesting facts about New Riff, because this is 10-year-old product, right? So this is from 2016 or earlier. So if you think about it, they were just starting. They only had 2 years of distilling at that point. So they were still experimenting heavily, trying to figure out their barrel types, trying to figure out their entry proofs, which is why I think that first release of 10-year at 120 proof was that high, because I think they were just experimenting and those were their 120 proof barrel entry. Maybe. I don't know. That was just something that I'm taking a wild guess on. I know they've used, I think 114, 105, a few other proof points for entry proof. So I think this is kind of sitting more in their standard wheelhouse range. So I'm actually looking forward to this.
Again, though, I mean, not saying that, my own anecdote is annihilates the evidence or anything, but I at least enjoyed last year's 10-year products.
For sure.
Has there been some variance in the age state of product that has come out of New Riff? Absolutely. But the 6-year stuff that they're putting out right now is fantastic.
Yeah.
The 8-year stuff that they've been putting out over the past few years has been great too.
Yeah.
All of these precursors that we're putting up before we've even actually tasted them on the show, I feel like is us giving some kind of reason for us to maybe not even like them, but I'm not even trying to do that. I'm just saying I don't
think that's
factors.
Where it's at, but it's important.
I'm trying to contextualize it at the very least.
It's important to give backstory to what we're about to experience when it comes to craft, because all the other heritage distilleries have been doing this for hundreds of years. So we have decades of trust.
Well, and beyond that,
built
too, I've had conversations with other reviewers, other bourbon influencers, personalities, whatever, who have said that they feel like that the first pass at the distillation for some of these newer distilleries has not been what they would consider to be their best showing.
Totally.
And even though their 10-year, their 8-year, their 6-year has come out as an age-stated product, that doesn't necessarily mean that that is what is going to be the defining flavor profile for that product in 4 years from now, when that still is a 10-year, 8-year, 6-year product.
Exactly.
So, it even though you may have people who are learned in the art of distillation, you're still learning the equipment, you're still learning the grain, you're still learning how the yeast works, and or how the terroir functions around your barrels too.
You're learning your rick houses, you're learning your hot spots, you're learning your honey holes, like there's a lot of learning that is taking place with these craft distillers, that is going to take not just 10 years, maybe 20, maybe 40, like it takes a while to figure this out and really lock down a flavor profile and just nail something to the point of knowing, like off rip, if we put these barrels here, 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 and here, and we store them there for 10 years, it's going to make a good product. Right. So
we've done a lot of precursor. I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't mean to get real chatty about it. But let's go ahead and dive into the bourbon.
Let's do it
here.
Yeah.
I do get quite a bit of ethanol on the nose here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do too. And it's sat for, we gave it basically 10, 15 minutes of us talking, and the ethanol is still pretty strong. And it's at the front of the nose for sure. But underneath it, you get like that creme brulee topping and a little bit of that like root beer candy. I think both of those are kind of on the nose pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Along with a little bit of orange zest. But the ethanol does lead the way. You just have to get past it, and then you can kind of see where we're heading.
I cannot believe I'm about to say this about a new Riff product. I get a little bit of the minerality that I get with a Dickel product.
Interesting.
Just ever so slightly.
Maybe so. Yeah. Like on the back of the nose.
Yeah. No, that's where it is.
Yeah. And that's where I was translating like orange peel.
Yeah.
Or orange zest.
I think so too. It's the orange, like Flintstones vitamin.
Yeah.
Thing.
And that's where Dickel goes dry. I don't know if this goes dry. But I see where you're heading with it.
Yeah. Mintiness too.
A touch, yeah. Like spearmint.
And it's not a negative note when I say that minerality. It's just like a component of it.
For me. Sure.
It's just there. But I do think that there is a large aspect of this where you have to realize that this does feel like it is also bourbon-y bourbon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In a big respect.
Yeah, that's a compliment. Think about it. New Riff probably was hoping for that.
Yeah.
10 years down the road. So we're there.
I like it a lot.
I do too.
I have a couple issues with it. I think I'm going to get to it once we talk about the review portion, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's go ahead and
hit it, big dog.
Hit that cheers.
There's that signature New Riff characteristic that I remember from those first releases of those 4 years, where it's just like You get that heavy orange and that heavy spice. I think both of those components are still very much on the forefront.
Yes.
As they were when they first released New Riff as a product.
Foundationally, I think there is so much vanilla too.
Yep.
I don't mean that as a bad thing. Whenever I say vanilla, I feel like I've said this on the show before. Vanilla to me is never a negative. It's always a flavor. Like vanilla ice cream, I just love.
Man.
It's just a good ice cream. Like, but like as a flavor base here, everything around it feels complimentary. Like, do you remember the New Riff ice cream that Graders did?
Yep.
This almost feels like the bourbon version of that ice cream. Like there's the pralines, there is
definitely
the dark chocolate crust to it too. Like everything about it just feels very decadent.
Yeah.
I'm left wanting a little bit more. Sounds crazy. Like actual barrel oak influence? Like
yeah.
I feel like there's just,
and this might be where high rye bourbons tend to struggle.
I don't disagree with you. Yeah.
Because then the rye spice is fighting with that the barrel that wants to be loud at 10, but I think the rye kind of competes just a little bit. Which sounds weird because I think their rye whiskey does great with the barrel and it carries the barrel better. So maybe that's not fully correct, but I don't know. That's just me talking.
No.
There's a weird thing that's going on at the final, like on the finish, where the center of my tongue is extremely dry.
It's bitter.
But the sides are very like they're super moist on the side, but it's super dry in the center. It is like bitter tannic, which I like. That's my style. I like a bitter tannic finish. And I like the way it's like hitting the sides of my jaws too. It's kind of like that umami reaction, but it does miss slightly on the palate, which is interesting. I get the root beer candies and right on the back of the palate.
Yeah.
On the front of the palate, I oddly enough get a little bit of this grainy note. I don't know how, but it's like a little bit of that graininess still on the front of the palate. And then it transitions to creme brulee and root beer candy, which could be that barrel impact that we were looking for. And then also the orange and like spicy cinnamon, and then the like orange dreamsicle ice cream mixed with like cinnamon red hots. It's good. I think it's really good.
It's good, but it's frustrating almost.
It's disjointed for sure.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and review this one because I feel like I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere else. Nose, palate, finish, price. Each category is out of 5. If you don't know, that's how we do it on the show. I mean, final scores out of 20. What are you giving the nose here, Kyle?
So I'm in between a 3.5 and a 4. I really like the nose. I think the biggest flaw to it is the ethanol forwardness of the nose. So for that, I think I'll go 3.5.
I think I'm gonna go 3.5 as well. Like I was really fighting with it, and that ethanol pressure is what's really keeping me from going beyond. I think too that it feels like what is actually happening flavor wise and the ethanol are fighting with each other, and the ethanol is winning, and so there's no give, and I want there to be a little bit of give. I don't mind ethanol, especially if there is proof or flavor to back it up, and I just don't think that's where this meets.
Yeah.
It's just I think that while this is inherently what I would call good bourbon,
it is.
It's not great bourbon necessarily. There are parts of it that just don't quite make sense to me. Even though I'm still giving it a 3.5 as you are. On the nose. I am giving the palate a 3.
Okay. I can understand that.
I'm a little frustrated with it.
Yeah. So the journey is what keeps me engaged with it.
I totally get that.
I totally get that it's weird and it takes me on a wild ride. So I'm on that 3.54 again because of how weird it is and interesting and intricate it can be. So I'm going to go 3.5. I'm not going to go 4 because it is disjointed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. I was between a 3.5 or a 4. So I'm just going to go 3.5 here with the palate, due to its disjointedness.
Yeah. Kyle, before we get to the price, before we get to the finish, actually, what is the price?
Oh, yes. We didn't mention this at all. So apologies for that. The price for both of these is $89.99 per 750. So, yeah. $89.99 for a 10-year-old craft bourbon. Cask strength.
Yeah, okay. What are you giving the finish on the bourbon?
It's my least favorite part. I think it's 2.5.
Yeah, I'm also giving it a 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not going anywhere.
No, yeah. It's very similar to the nose in a reverse manner. So the palate's doing all the weird dancing and stuff, and then once we hit the finish, it finishes very ethanol heavy, and it causes everything to disappear.
Yeah. Sorry, main episode folks. I did a brief little break so that we could tally up some scores. I took a drink of water and took a drink of the bourbon as well. And it just didn't do it. Like, just didn't make sense to me. So, yeah, it's not a great finish. I don't hate the price though, which is the dumbest thing. Like, I just want this to be better. Like, it's this is the part, and like, my price score is not going to be the same, I don't think, between the two, because in this case it's likely going to be more of a value thing, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I just, I wanted to give it a 4. I really did. But there are parts with it that I really, really struggle on. But overall, it's very enjoyable.
That's an interesting. Yeah, I understand that. I'm giving the price a 5 because
Whoa!
where else?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, because where else are you going to get 10-year cask strength craft made bourbon for $90? Great example. So there's a 4-year-old bottled in bond product from Redwood Empire that is $90 4 years. It's 100 proof 4 years from a California distillery, $90.
Okay, so
and,
I'm going to revise my score slightly to a 4.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's basically what I mean. Like there's so many obnoxiously priced craft brands out there that you're telling me I get to have a 10-year cask strength bourbon from a craft distillery for $90?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'm in all day.
You're not wrong.
So
there is still that part of me though where having
$195 for the Peerless 10. $90 for that. So that's my argument for it being a 5.
I get it. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Tough.
I'm at a 5 on the price.
Right on.
No, I mean but you're completely right. I mean, there's no reason for it to be priced otherwise. I've talked about it enough. Price for me is also like a value thing.
Yeah.
If you line up with my palate, this might be something that you have a couple pour ofs and put in your cabinet or share with people, and it's not going to be like something that you're super excited about, like, honestly. But that being said though, you're not shelling out a whole lot of money for it. So Kyle's not wrong.
Yeah,
I just needed perspective. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I understand your angle of it.
Yeah,
totally. Because flavor wise, I could see where you're going with value.
Yeah,
however,
you're completely right though.
Yeah, the overarching like state of the industry.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
That's where
100%. All right, let's do this rye.
Let's do it.
118 proof.
118.8. Now, I am a New Riff Rye stan.
Oh, I am too.
And I had a couple of pours of this one, and this is a dog. Perception of age immediately, right?
Oh,
on the nose,
yeah.
Easily a 10-year-old. This is hefty.
I would think it was way older based on the nose.
Oh yeah, like I think you could
15, 16.
Yeah, man. Like those MGP like 12, 14, 16-year ryes that
Yeah.
we've seen and tried before. This is kind of on that cusp. Mm-hmm.
We just keep having. Sorry. Oh, the finish.
Oh, yeah.
We just keep having really good ryes this year.
Unreal rye. Every rye, like unreal rye. This
is my rye podcast at this point. Tim Rip.
Dude. Yeah, Tim Rip, dude. Hashtag Tim Rip. This rivals the Boiler Hill immediately. That Jack Daniel's rye, I think this sits up there with it.
You think?
I think if you watered that Boiler Hill 2 down to 118.8, this would kick its ass. I fully believe that because the notes that I'm getting out of this are so like distinct and aggressive, but also soft and welcoming and friendly. Dude, it's one of the best ryes we've had this year.
I don't disagree. If it's not the best, it's at least the second best.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean. Like, this crushes the Elijah Craig rye that we tried. It's not even close.
No. 5 on the palate. Like,
dude, yeah. Are you kidding me?
No.
Sorry. Like, so I'll give you notes. I'll give notes that I don't think we've said anything about. Thin Mint cookies all day. A little bit of like ginger candies all day. A little bit of like heavy molasses.
I'm so ready to score this just because I love it so much. And
yeah.
I'm bummed if you haven't bought a bottle of this yet.
Dude,
honestly,
dude, I don't even this might be my first ever. So boy.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm so happy I was here for you.
But no, so I want to give some context.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Because recently I had the pleasure of opening a Willet Rye, a 12-year-old Willet Rye, single barrel. And it was one of my favorite ryes I've ever had in my entire life. And this rivals that. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it hits every single note. It's not overbearing in any way. The finish is still going. We've been talking about the finish and this bottle for 5 minutes straight, and it's still on my tongue, man. It might be one of the best ryes of all time. I'm not like that. Yeah, I'm being dramatic, but also I'm not kidding. So, dude, all day, every day for $90.
I think I know what you're saying. For $90. I think I know what you're saying. Kyle, are you giving it 5s across the board?
Yes, I am.
Kyle is giving the new Riff High Note 10-year rye a perfect 20 out of 20.
It's unreal.
It's
unreal.
Rare that happens on the show. I am stunned.
Me too.
That is happening right now. Like, I'm giving it an 18 out of 20.
Yeah.
I love this.
I think
it's phenomenal. What? Brother.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I think this is phenomenal. I wish I had a bottle of it. It is far superior to the bourbon.
Yeah, it's not even close.
There's no competition.
No.
It's been so long since we've had a perfect score.
I can't explain it.
But I get it. I get it, though. I totally understand.
It connects with me in every single way.
Sometimes you just know.
Yeah.
You just know.
I'm a massive lover of 95.5 rye, just in general. The fact that this is a 95 rye 5 malted rye kicks it up slightly a notch above any of those weird grassy dill heavy
agreed
10-year MGPs I've had. Dude, Thin Mint cookies, like this, it's unreal. And now if you don't like Thin Mint cookies or like mint chocolate chip ice cream, you won't love this.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like this is that profile.
But this is what I would consider to be a rye lover's rye.
Oh, for sure. Dude, stupid, absolutely stupid. #blessed. But I want to know where it fell short for you slightly. 18 out of 20 is not. It's not a negative, but I want to know.
So the nose, ever so slightly. I think there's a bit too much ethanol for me.
Sure. I can get that.
I think the finish hurt it a little bit as well.
Really?
It was ever so slightly bitter.
Yeah, that's the barrel. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it just it wasn't hitting me in the right way, but everything else about it, I mean, it was like you were having a house party and people were banging on the windows asking why wasn't I let in. Like everything about it was great, but there was just something slightly off about it, and you were like, this is the best house party I've ever had. Otherwise,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Yep. Price is still a 5, palate is still a 5. It's just the nose and the palate, or excuse me, the nose and the finish that
slightly
exactly.
It's not even that bad.
Quite make it for me. Otherwise, phenomenal. I mean, dude. It's still, what did I say? 18?
You gave it a 18, right? So a 4 on the nose and a 4 on the
4.5 on both the nose and the
that's a 19,
finish.
dude.
Is it a 19?
That's a 19.
It is a 19. I mean,
it's a 19, baby. So yeah, we're not kidding when we're saying this is Rye of the Year competition already. Just straight up.
I mean, it's I have not had a bourbon this year that has been as good as any of the ryes that I have had this year.
Yeah.
I'm talking about wide releases, man.
Jack 14 was close. I think that's the closest we've gotten is Jack 14.
Yeah, but
I'd rather have this than Jack 14. I said that out loud.
I know. The end of the year is going to be crazy for us.
I know. And And luckily, we have enough of all of these that we can
do.
do something about it, which is great. And we're beyond blessed, and I'm so thankful to be able to do this. Jeez.
Yeah. Wait, no, we got friggin' barrel rings.
Friggin' barrel rings.
I said that like I hated it, but it's actually one of my favorite segments of the show because you, as a listener or viewer of the show, can participate in it by sending us a text message or calling in and leaving us a voicemail. The number is 859-428-8253. If you're listening to the show, you just pick up your phone and dial in or text in. We'll be happy to check it out here on the show.
Yeah,
this one here's from our buddy Andy. He said, "Happy 10th anniversary, Perry." Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
Yo, why don't we hear more about RCLR Rye? Just saying.
So I think in general, I would agree. I think, but I think it's mostly just because ryes get a backseat to bourbon 9 times out of 10 here in America.
Fair.
So everyone's grabbing that RCLR bourbon before they're grabbing the rye. Understandably so. Like, I get it. But I think some of my favorite RCLRs have been the ryes.
Yeah. 100%.
And
last year's bourbons were 9 and 14 that were my favorites.
Yeah. 14 was great, man.
But honestly, I don't think I had a bad batch of rye last year.
No, so batch 5 of last year was great. I think 8 was great. I think it was 8, but yeah,
7 was fantastic too.
Just
all of them.
Yeah, I think the ryes are hitters. I highly recommend anyone who sees the ryes to grab it. Don't be afraid, because there's so many of them that are made for bourbon drinkers.
Yeah,
you just don't know it, and that's the issue. Is right, like you see rye and you're like, oh no, I probably won't like this, or it's not for me. But I think he's made more bourbon drinker rye batches than he has rye drinker rye batches.
Well, the other aspect of this might be, and I'll be upfront about it. It at the very least, I might be taking this slightly too personally. Is why don't we hear more about RCLO Rye on the show? I just don't talk a whole lot about like rare character batches on the show in general, because there is a closeness at this point where I feel like I would just be kind of operating within a hug box.
Yeah, there would be extreme bias. So
yeah, and it's not to say that like last year I didn't name. I think it
14.
was,
I
think it was 14.
Yeah.
As
top 3.
Yeah. No, it was top 10.
Or top 10. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
As one of my best of the year. And it genuinely was. I sat down and I tasted through a lot of bourbons, a lot of whiskeys, and it made it through a lot of bourbons and whiskeys. But my whole point is that I just can't sit here and constantly talk about rare character, because I'm too close to the operation. It just would wind up being like, this is my rare character podcast. Like that's the gist of it. I love Chad to death. I genuinely, regardless of my association with him, as a whiskey drinker, I just think he is making the best small batch blends from NDPs on the market right now, like hands down. I mean that sincerely. I've said that to him before. And I'm not trying to shill for him, nor am I trying to get you to go and buy his bottles. It's just, I don't know if I've had better NDP blends out there, especially at the price right now.
And I don't know anyone that is even approaching it in a similar manner. You know what I mean?
No, no,
I can't
because
name a
everything else
one.
is like $150.
Yeah,
you know,
either that or it's watered down to 90 proof.
Well, the closest I can think of is the folks at Yokai.
Yeah, Yokai is a good one.
Who are putting out their small batch of 7, 8, 9-year-old Kentucky bourbon at barrel strength. I don't know if they're trying to imitate, and it's not even that Rare Character is the first brand to do it.
No, I think barrel's probably the one that people go to if you're looking for,
of course.
Like small batch blends, people typically go to barrel first.
Yeah, but my whole point is that, they are at least a newcomer that you can look to in terms of somebody who has a new small batch on the market that is fantastic.
So exciting.
I'm not going to sit here on this show and only talk about Rare Character. Like they're wonderful. They're fantastic. I think they're doing great work. But so is Barrel. So is Yokai. So is Watch Hill Proper. So
I get, and like Jefferson's, right? So
is Jefferson's too. Yeah. There's so
I guess Jefferson's is the OG. That was disrespectful of me. Sorry. Shout out Jefferson's.
Is it? Well, yeah, it probably is Jefferson's.
Like in the modern era, dang, dude, there's so many of them that were doing it. Like,
hard to say.
I don't know. Yeah. It just, but again, like Jefferson's is known for, up until recently, they were doing a bunch of 90 proof and 100 proof, and I think the cask strength blended bourbons were fairly recent kind of thing, I guess. I mean, you start with like
the 130 cask strength is like
you love
left
that
of center for them. I mean,
it is.
Everything has been 86, 89, 92, whatever proof for them. I mean, it's not been until recently that they've been like, we'll take a chance, I suppose.
Yeah.
But thank you, Andy, for submitting.
Yeah, thank you, Andy.
to Barrel Rings.
But yes, drink more RCLR rye.
Drink more RCLR in general.
That's right.
High proof hot takes segment of the show where we let our grievances air for a moment if we have things that we need to complain about, but they don't always happen, so we can skip over it if we need to. Kyle? Okay, tips and bits.
Yeah. I'll tip your biddy.
Yeah, Tips and Bits is the segment of the show where we recommend things that we've been watching, reading, listening to, enjoying that we think you also need to check out because it would improve the quality of your life one way or another. Kyle, tell me, what have you been checking out? Oh, wait, no, that's my chair. I thought I had a huge strand of hair hanging off of my ear for a second, and it was just the back or my headrest on my chair for a second.
Oh, man.
But what do you have to recommend to the folks this week?
So if you are into the like metalcore, post-hardcore, alternative scene in general, I think you should check it out or just listen to The Plot and You in general. So the band The Plot and You, super incredible. I think there are very few artists out there right now who are capable of doing everything. And I think Landon Tours as a musician is one of the most incredible musicians in that genre and one of the most incredible voices of that genre because he can sing any style, he can perform any song, he can make any vibe whatsoever within that box, I suppose. It's just, I highly recommend The Plot and You to experience the breadth of what is the scene. He's a stud, one of the best songwriters of our generation, and I don't think he gets enough praise for what he does.
Well, I have something way dumber than that.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I somehow got recommended a video for a dog that has the little like voice buttons on their floor.
Yeah.
Where they're like,
yeah,
Dad, eat. Hungry. I watched like one of them and I got recommended, I don't know, 50 after I watched one of them.
Oh yeah.
And it has brought me an immense amount of joy and sorrow because not only do these dogs go, Mom, play now, they also go, Mom, where sister? And it's like, oh, these dogs are grieving too. And it's just this like feeling of realization that if you have a pet, they have so many feelings. They have so many more feelings than you realize they do. And I I'm tempted to. My dog is not old. My oldest dog is not old. She's 9 and she's a Chihuahua something mix, or she's a Shih Tzu something mix. We don't know for sure. She has really long legs and a long snout and floppy ears, and she barks a lot. And a really long body, and it's short hair, and it's very hard to tell what she is exactly. We told people whenever she was born, whenever we adopted her, that if they didn't shut up about what they thought she was, that we were going to make them pay for her ancestry results, because we were so tired of hearing about it.
Yep.
So now we're like, it doesn't really matter. But at this point, it's like, do I get this pad for my dog who's 9 years old? And try to get her to communicate with me better. But also, how do I train these dogs to do that? But anyway, it's just so fascinating to see dogs who can be like, piss.
Yeah.
Bed hurt.
Yeah.
And it's like, huh? And it's like you learn that they just have like a hernia or something from that. It's incredible. But beyond that, I think it's the humanity of having pets that is so rewarding, I guess.
Yeah.
That I've enjoyed watching these videos on repeat and like, seeing these dogs like come up to their owners and like being like, please understand me.
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah. I love dogs. I love animals so much.
Me too.
And I know you do.
Yeah.
Because you have two incredible dogs.
They're insane.
They are, but they're wonderful.
Yeah.
But it just is something that you're like, I wish I could communicate with them better. And I don't know if like a pad of buttons is the best way to do it. That being said, though, I would love to see Butters learn how to talk with you. He was like, Dad, penis, leg.
Yeah.
He just starts
thrusting. Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen. We tried to teach Daryl.
I know.
He's just stubborn. So some of them are just too stubborn.
Yeah.
He was like, dude,
Daryl loves me.
He's so sweet. He loves you a bit
That's
too
a word
much.
for it.
Yeah. He loves you endlessly and frivolously and frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he will not stop till he's had enough.
True. So love your furry ones because
that's right.
they love. We'll see you all next week. Kyle, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Corking Off on Instagram and YouTube. YouTube didn't like my Will It video. I think it's because I used the RIFLE word on accident. I was just calling it a schlong action thing. And so the pew pew got me in trouble. But there shouldn't be any insinuation of it being a legit pew pew, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And when I say they don't,
the words are tough.
Yeah, when I say they don't like it, I mean like buried. Like,
yeah,
but that's okay.
Well, they also don't like the fact that we talk about whiskey and adult things. So,
yeah, but those are fine. If I bring up that word, I'm shocked at how poorly it went. But who cares?
Understandable.
That's not what this is about. It's about corking off with me and you and our friends and family. We cork off together. Pull out your corks and pull it as hard as possible until it pops. Perry, where can they find you?
You can find me at PRaider1792 or at my Bourbon Pod because that's where the show is. You can also send questions or why do I sound so deep? I don't know. That was weird. You can also send questions or comments to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. I forgot the Patreon. I'll talk about it at the end. You can find all of our apparel and merchandise at bourbonshop.threadless.com. If you would like to send in a barrel ring, you can do so by hitting us up at 859-428-8253.
859-428-8253.
Oh, he's getting there. Once we finally are able to record in person all the time, we're gonna make something happen with that. It's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah, we're gonna make something happen, and it's gonna be quite a thing, and it'll be lovely and generous and full of.
It'll be back there on my couch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tim Bip casting couch coming soon. See you there, boys and girls and friends. I have a
lot of cleaning up in here to do before that happens. So
I believe in you.
I might need some help, but otherwise. We have a P.O. Box. P.O. Box 22609, Lexington, Kentucky, 40522. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast app of choice.
Don't forget the beans and mustard.
Yeah, the beans and mustard, please, to the P.O. Box. Please. We want to check out your favorite...
your favorite bean. And
this is going on for 3
mustard.
weeks that we've asked this, and nobody has done it.
Nobody's sending us beans,
I will
dude.
donate money to Alzheimer's research, and nobody has done it. Do you not care about people who have Alzheimer's?
Yeah. Do you not care about the forgotten or the forgetting?
The people who are forgetting about you.
That's right. Give me your beans, dude.
You idiot. Give them your beans. I saw my granddad who had Alzheimer's. I saw his beans in the hospital.
Pause. And with that, I am Kyle.
Wait, I forgot about the Patreon. Patreon.com/podcast for as little as $1 a month. $5 and up, you get bonus content. There's other tiers. But whatever. With that, though, I'm Perry.
And I'm Mustard.
I'm Beans.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Bye.